Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm making a video that's a bit different than usual. I'm going to be talking about a girl group called Gugudan and their history and current situation. Quick disclaimer, I don't know every single little thing about Gugudan. All of these facts are readily found for anyone that wants to find it. I'll link all videos and articles I used. If I got anything wrong in the video, please leave a comment. Anyways, let's get into the video. In January of 2016, 3 Jellyfish Entertainment trainees, Kim Sejong, Kang Mina and Kim Nayoung, were introduced to the public through the incredibly popular net survival show, Produce 101. This show consisted of 101 female trainees competing to debut under YMC Entertainment with the name IOI. Ultimately 11 girls debuted and 2 Jellyfish trainees, Kang Mina and Kim Sejong, placing 9th and 2nd respectively. Nayoung also places pretty high at 17th. During IOI subunit debut, Mina and Sejong were set to debut in a trio with another Jellyfish trainee, however that was quickly denied and was confirmed they'll debut in the company's first ever girl group with 9 members. On June 28, 2016, Gugudan debuted with the mini-album, Act 1, The Little Mermaid, with the title track Wonderland under the label Jellyfish Entertainment. Their debut was met with quite a few controversy. Fans of IOI were annoyed at the fact Jellyfish debuted Mina and Sejong on this group. They thought it was a complete waste of their talent. You could say their debut flopped really badly and to this day is still their least viewed MV for a title track of theirs at 920,000 views on their official YouTube channel. The responses on music charts were also quite negative. Overall, they had a bad start. Due to the large demand for Sejong, Zico teamed up with her to create her first ever solo before a full group comeback. Our Way was a huge success for Sejong and topped 7 major charts upon its release. Did I mention Sejong got a win? This wasn't just an ordinary win. Flower Way won against 3 major groups, Blackpink, Twice and Mamamoo. Obviously, if you couldn't tell already, Flower Way was a huge success. Anyways, back to Gugudan. In 2017, Gugudan found what they do best. Gugudan came back on February 17 with their second mini-album, Act 2, Narcissus, with the title track Girl Like Me. The album peaked at number 3 on the Gaon music charts and helped the group discover what concept they do best and how to utilize their best assets, their vocals. You can't tell me Gugudan's vocals are one of the best in pop. If you don't believe me, search up Gugudan a cappella. Trust me, your ears will be blessed. On August 10, 2017, Jellyfish tried doing something different and debuted their first subunit. Gugudan Ogu Ogu debuted with the single album Ice Ju. The subunit was formed by the 2 youngest members of Gugudan at the time, Hyeon and Mina. There isn't much information about this subunit since the single failed to chart, and after that the unit has been inactive ever since, especially Hyeon's department in 2018. A month later, Gugudan came back as a whole. On November 8, 2017, Gugudan came back with their single album, Act 3, Chicago Factory, with the title track Chicago. Gugudan tried doing something else from their previous concept, but it didn't work as well as it did for groups like Crayon Pop and Orange Caramel. It didn't chart as well as Girl Like Me and peaked at number 8 on the Gaon charts. On February 1, in my and many others' opinion, Gugudan released probably their best work yet. Gugudan came back with Act 4, Katesith with the title track The Boots. This did a bit better than Chikako and peaked at number 7 on the Gaon charts. You can tell Gugudan was starting to know what image they wanted to portray, and the vocals this era, oh my god, over.
함정 앞에다 겁먹지마 넘어버려 사뿐 별일 아냐 nothing Oh 내 말 맞지 Oh baby Come on 진짜 널 보여줘 상상 속에 널 꺼내봐.
Overall, this era they started solidifying their image. Unfortunately, member Hyein was announced to go into hiatus due to health issues on May 17, which later in October 18 she completely left the group but stayed signed to Jellyfish in case she wanted to return to the entertainment industry. Jellyfish Entertainment then thought it was a good idea to debut Gugudan in Japan. In my opinion, maybe not the smartest option to debut them in another country if they still haven't established their name in Korea, but anyways. On September 19, 2018, Gugudan debuted with Standby in Japan and peaked 47th on the Oricon music charts. After flopping in Japan, Gugudan came back 2 months later with Not That Type. Gugudan released their third mini-album and last one as of now with the title track Not That Type in November 6, 2018. Domestically, did they do well? No, not really. Internationally, did they do well? Yes, really well. In Korea, Gugudan charted way lower than usual. However, internationally they did really well. On iTunes they peaked number 4 in the US and made the Billboard Top 100. Now, in 2020, we got nothing after that. No comebacks. Just absolute radio silence. June comes around. Stone Music takes Gugudan's music videos off of their YouTube page. Next week, Gugudan's discography gets taken down from all streaming platforms. Things aren't looking good anymore. Adding fuel to the fire. Member Sally is currently participating in Produce Camp 2020 China, and after ranking 6th in the second round she obviously got to say something and she spoke out about Gugudan. Sally stated that at the beginning of 2019 Jellyfish Entertainment kicked all of the members out of the dorms. The members tried to stay together and attempted to resist, but ultimately they left. After Sally asked the company when they have to come back and they responded there is no reason to come back. They didn't say to not come back at all, but there isn't a specific date to come back. If you're going to take anything from the video, please spread awareness about Gugudan's situation. Fans of Gugudan are starting to get worried, and unfortunately the most probable situation is that they disband, and obviously that's the worst option. I really hope Gugudan don't disband and at least get one comeback. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next video.